and bodybuilding. She likes dressing her dates, but she admits that she hasn't been on a date in 5 months. Please welcome Vickie Van Osdel. Hi, Vickie.
Hello.
How are you?
Fine.
Good. Have a seat. Sit a little closer, Vickie.
Okay.
That's good. Right there. You're a tall lady, aren't you?
Yes.
I'm 6'2½", so how tall are you?
5'11" and 3/4.
So you're almost 6 feet, and with your heels on, you are... Those are
Tall.
2-inch heels?
At least.
You're-
Yeah, I
you're
didn't
my
get them
height.
too tall. I didn't want to look too ridiculous.
You don't look ridiculous at all. I think that's wonderful. Yeah.
Thank
Are you?
you.
Does it bother you being tall? Do you
Not
mind that?
really. No, it doesn't bother me.
Do you feel it's
I
a
enjoy it.
disadvantage?
Sometimes. Sometimes.
You haven't had a date in 5 months. What about the guys at the gym?
Well, it's difficult with them because they're in love with themselves, their bodies, and they're a little bit, you know, they're airheads. You know. I mean, it's a generality, but, you know, generally, yes.
Okay. I'm going to show you portions of the videotapes that Vickie saw. Now, remember, she's agreed to let our audience choose her date. Okay, so watch very carefully. Her life is in your hands. Here they come. First, there was Rick. He was raised in Detroit. His hobbies are photography and camping. And he says that he's looking for a woman who works hard but plays even harder. And here are Rick's other requirements.
Actually a mature sort of a person, so the age could vary as long as she's gorgeous from 25 to 45, who cares? But I think an active person and an energetic person.
All right, next was Howard. He's originally from Utica, New York. His favorite pastime is racquetball. He says that he's only been in love once and it felt like an ulcer. Howard wants to settle down, but here's what women usually tell him.
Let's take the relationship day by day. What is that? You get a 6-month relationship, it breaks up, you got nothing. That's a loose relationship. I like commitments, and girls out here don't want to make commitments.
And finally, you watched Avram. He enjoys flying airplanes. And he likes to prepare for a date by taking a nap. He prefers women who are tall and intelligent, and here's one who wasn't.
Dynamite lady, the way she looks. But she's an airhead. She was raised Newport Beach, living on the beach attitude that when she talks to a man, all of a sudden her voice goes to this, oh, gee, airhead.
The audience, now listen, before you decide who Vickie should go out with, let's take a look at all 3 men again. Watch very carefully now. First it was Rick. He's 37. He sells radio advertising. Howard is a cost estimator. He's 33. Avram is also 33. He is the president of a computer network. Now, you met Vickie. You've seen her 3 choices. You select who she's going to go out with right now. Hey, it's in. Oh, okay, here we go. We're going to find out who they picked for you. Watch right up there. Right up here, huh? Avram. You picked Avram. 84%. Wow, boy, that's a huge... I mean, he ran away with it, 84%, Avram.
I like him the best.
Did you really?
Yeah. I'm glad.
Oh, that's good. Okay. All right. Well, we're going to see you back here in a few weeks. You're going to be with Avram. You guys can tell us if you had a great time or if you had a bad time. Hopefully,
Right.
I hope you have a wonderful time.
Me too.
And that's our show for today. We're going to be back next time with more singles right here, trying to make a love connection. I'm Chuck Woolery. Have a nice weekend, everybody. Bye-bye.
Today, you'll meet Vickie. She says that she's tired of being told that she's too tall, and she's back to tell us about her date with the man the audience chose for her. And you'll meet Pam. She says that men should make passes at this girl in glasses. We showed her videotapes of these 3 single men, and she picked one as her date. Which one did she choose? Which will the audience choose? Today on Love Connection, you'll find out, and you'll hear everything that happened on their dates. Now, here's our host, Chuck Woolery.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Nice to see you. Nice audience here today. Get started by meeting our first guest. Now, a few weeks ago, our studio audience selected a date for her, and she's back to tell us about that date. She's originally from Dearborn, Michigan, and she enjoys bodybuilding and golf. She's just had her first date in 5 months, and she feels that she gives men the wrong first impression. Please welcome Vickie Van Osburgh. Hi, Vickie. How are you? Good. Nice to see you. Nice to see you. What kind of first impression do you make? That's the wrong first impression.
Well, I've been mistaken for a drag queen several times.
Oh, come on.
Honest.
Oh,
I guess it's because of my height, and if I wear high heels and, you know, get real dressed up, you know, even some guy even tried to, you know, reach under my coat once and cop a feel. You know, I said, honey, they really don't have to check. So really embarrassing.
Are you now, Vickie? You're just making fun of yourself. You don't really mean that. Is it true? You haven't got the Adam's apple for it. What kind of men are you looking for?
Well, I'm really loud sometimes, so I want a really strong man who'll tell me to shut up once in a while.
Really?
Take care.
Do you?
Sure.
Someone who's strong and will
Domineering.
handle you, so to speak.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Why have you
Exactly.
had only one date in 5 months? I can't imagine it. It must obviously by your choice.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
picky, and I work a lot. And I meet guys at the gym, but they're like muscle-bound airheads. And these guys they just want housewives. They're, you know, women to take care of them, and I'm not that type, so.
Well, what type are you?
Very independent. I'm a yuppie, you know. I do my own thing.
Yeah.
I'm not easily told what to do. Very opinionated.
She wants a guy who will tell her what to do, and she's not easily told what to do. Are you ready? This may not be an easy task. Well, anyway, Vickie agreed to let the audience choose a date for her. We're going to show everybody the 3 men that they had to choose from. First, it was Rick. He was raised in Detroit, and his hobbies are photography and camping. And that was old Rick. And then there was Howard. He's originally from Utica, New York, and his favorite pastime is racquetball. That was Howard. And finally, Abram. He enjoys flying airplanes, and he likes to prepare for a date by taking a nap. Now, the audience picked one of those men for Vickie, and we're going to meet him. As a matter of fact, we will. Right after this. We'll be right back.
You've heard AT&T Buzz.
All righty, we're back, and Vickie's going to remind us who the audience chose you that day. Who was it?
Abram.
Him. There he is. Abram's backstage. Let's say hello to Abram Grossman. Hi, Abram.
How do you do?
I'm fine.
Good.
Just relax back there and make yourself at home, okay?
Watch the show.
Here we go. All right, tell us about the date.
Well, we decided we'd go down to Balboa Island, and we drove
In
down
Newport,
there.
California. That's
Right,
just
in
south
Newport,
of LA.
yeah.
Newport
He lives
Beach.
in Costa Mesa. I was in L.A., so it was a long
Uh-huh.
drive for me. And we parked the car, and we took the ferry across. And
Oh, nice.
walking on the pier, we had our arms around each other by then. And I was kind of stooping down a little because I had real high heels on that day. And he goes, stand up straight, you know. I don't mind. And
Yeah,
I
except
thought that
that I
was
must-
really neat.
I must say, though, after a few minutes of walking along the boardwalk, my arm got a little bit sore. So I asked her to put her arm around my shoulder, and rather than doing that, she just grabbed my hand, and we went off hand in hand. That was comfortable.
All right. Okay. Sounds like you're having fun. What happened next?
Yeah. Well, there was a little 50s coffee shop at the end of the pier, and we went in there, and I just felt like I was in high school, and we shared some clam chowder, and he was like real energetic and up and excited like I am, and it was just like there was so much energy, and I was like, my heart was, and I was so excited. I said, this isn't happening. Is this really happening? I mean, it was so great. We just had a
Really?
great
Yeah,
time.
we had a good time. We had a lot of
It
fun.
was great.
How was the dinner conversation?
Well, the dinner conversation was very animated. We were just totally involved in talking and eating the food, the salad, and so on. And in fact, we were so involved with that, we didn't notice that the restaurant was closing around us, and the waitress and the waiter were kind of looking at us saying, well, can you guys hurry up? We want to go home.
So what happened next?
Well, on the way home to his place, we stopped by a friend's. He wanted to get a ski jacket.
You left with the jacket in hand and went where?
Back to Abram's place.
Back to Abram's place. Sounds like a restaurant.
We had no choice. The car was parked.
What did
He
you do
drove.
there?
Well, we sat on the couch and we
Good.
necked for a while.
Next. It's a long time since I've heard that expression.
And then he suggested he'd make a fire in the fireplace.
Make
So-
a fire in the fireplace.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
something a
then,
little
Did you
cozy.
suggest that?
It was my idea. I have a fireplace that hasn't been used for a while, so I thought I'd make a romantic setting, light the fire in the fireplace. And then we decided to move from the couch down to the fireplace where it'll be a little bit warmer for a little bit more of an intimate conversation.
How'd the date end?
well, it got pretty passionate, and finally it was about 1:30 or so, and I said, I think I'm going to go. I got to drive home. I got to go to work tomorrow. I don't want to fight the traffic in the morning, and I think I better let all this filter in. So he walked me to my car.
Did you feel like maybe it was getting to the point where you were losing control?
Yes.
Did you? You really liked it, didn't you?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. So he kissed me through the window of the car, and I sort of floated home. So I was real space. The trucks were whizzing by. I said, oh, my God, I got to get home.
Well, since the audience picked Abram for you, we would like to say that if you'd like to go out with Abram again, we'd be happy to pay for it. Would you like to do that?
I would love to.
Abram, is that all right with you?
Certainly would.
Come on out and join us.